recently from the Fred Hampton movie. Big star, right? Recently took a lot of pictures for some magazine. I think it was GQ. And women's wearing, you can't even say women's clothes. You gotta say clothing traditionally worn by women. Because if you say women's clothes, people get offended. I just learned this shit. I'm old. I just learned this. Like tonight, to say women's clothes or men's clothes is old school shit. Y'all need to tell old people stuff so they can not offend people. Like, I got no problems with changing that word. I don't care. I know what I'm going to wear. Double XL. Something. I need room, Johnson. So anyway, Lakeith Stanfield's in the news because he did a photo shoot wearing traditionally women's clothing. And people are going crazy. And some people calling him out. Some people call him brave. When did we start calling people brave for wearing clothes? When did we start calling people brave for wearing clothes? I'm brave. Am I brave wearing this? I'm going to tell you like this. Lakeith Stanfield will get more opportunities wearing those traditional women's clothes than I will wearing this sweatshirt saying, cut the check. But no one's going to call me brave for saying cut the check or wearing cut the check shirt. No. Man, why do people care what this guy's wearing? I agree with Godfrey. The guy's an artist. He's an artist guy. He's weird, man. He's in his head. He's not even doing it because of the reasons why traditionally maybe a trans person might do it. He's not saying any of that. He's just doing it. He said, and when I say weird, I mean he's weird because he's weird. He's a person that he's an introvert / extrovert / experimentational. He said he did it because he wants to try all types of shit before he leaves the earth. He doesn't care what it is. He's going to do shit, crazy shit. You know? Like in his mind, he's like, I'm going to go where I have never gone. And, and I say weird for lack of a better term. I don't care what this guy wears. I mean, I guess I should care. Let me act like I care. I can get a lot of views. Oh, this is the destruction of black men. See what they're doing to us, Johnson? See what they're doing to us? They're feminizing us, making us put on dresses. Did they make him put on that dress? Nah, he chose that shit. Oh. Is there a party playing? Nah. Foiled again. See? But that works, though. See, I don't use the easy route to go viral. It's so easy to go viral, man. As well as I argue and yell. Oh, man. Look what they doing to us, yo. You see this? The feminization of the black man is a constant manipulative tactic used against us for centuries by the white supremacist ideology. They're doing it to us again. They did force him, right? He chose it. He chose to do that. He was wearing heels, Joe. With stockings. He had on a spank. With stockings with the garter belt. Man, we got so much shit going on. I'm not going to wait. Look, I'm only talking about it because I think it's hilarious. Lakeith Stanfield's doing that shit for publicity. And to just do it and watch the reaction, he strikes me as the type of person who will do something just to see your response. And they're going to trip out. Watch this shit. Watch this. Watch. And I just think that's who he is. He strikes me that that's his style of just doing shit to do it. He said it in the article, from what I understand, because I didn't read the article. I heard him talk about the article. I watched the report when they talked about the article. He said it is an experiment. He's doing it. Part of the experiment is to see the reaction. Part of the experience is how he reacts to the reaction, what that makes him feel like, and examine why he feels the way he feels about how you feel the way you feel. See, that's one of those type of guys. When I say he's weird, he just thinks deeply about shit. It just keeps going with it. It puts no limitations on anything. Like, one of those people. I'm old. I call it weird. I don't know what you call it something else. Don't say he's a courageous though. He just that's not why he's doing it. He's not courageous is standing in front of tanks. That's courageous. We're gonna get back to standing in front of tanks, but that's some courageous shit. So anyway, people gonna ask it. See, this is how the game works, man. I shouldn't even tell you because people use this to eat. But it doesn't matter. I'll tell you, most of you won't believe me anyway, say I'm lying. You go ahead and believe it when someone does it. Look, people pretend to be outraged. They're not really outraged. Come on, man. People not really outraged by this shit. Come on. No, it's not really outraged. Come on. Really outraged. Somebody was really outraged that Dwayne Wade's son wore a sweater shirt with Kobe's number on it or something. And somebody who's like a millionaire who played in the NBA was outraged. I'm outraged. Y'all really believe that? Y'all should give him a technical and throw him out the game just for being phony and transparent. Outraged. You outraged because a kid wore a sweater dress? Be outraged about the sweatshops that the kids had to work in to make that sweater dress. Be outraged about that, Johnson. Be outraged. Be outraged about the prison labor that works for pennies to make some of the shit you wear. Regardless of who's wearing it. Be outraged about that. You know how much money we could be making here domestically if they didn't have the ability to use poor black people in prisons to do as cheap labor? There goes your labor problems. Right there, Johnson. If they could no longer exploit us in the prison industrial complex to make goods cheaply, there you go. Then all of a sudden, people who don't have jobs. All of a sudden, they're making more money because we have labor laws for the free people. All of a sudden, crime goes down because people got money. I never met anybody. Literally, I met one guy. This guy was just a killer. He was crazy, okay? His name was just Black. We called him Killer Black. That was his name, Killer Black. In the hood, everybody got a nickname. His name was Killer Black because he killed people. I don't think he killed people because he had to, okay? So that's different. But most people that I know, they never did crime just for fun. They sold drugs because they needed to, because they have a job or, a place to live. Never met people that broke the law for fun. So what I'm saying is, if we end the criminal injustice system, right? If we end mass incarceration, that would fuck over the corporations who no longer could exploit us for cheap labor. Then they'd have to pay regular workers to do their shit. And if we close the loopholes, then being able to farm that shit overseas and basically do the same thing but to somebody in another country, other poor people, other poor brown people in other countries, or exploit people in Asia or whatever, what have you, then and make them have to do it domestically by putting big-ass fines on their ass or going overseas and exploiting the hell out of them for pennies on the dollar, the crime here would go down because people would have jobs. They'd be making more money. See how that would work? Unless you're one of those people that believe people are pathological, that it's not about finances. It's not about survival. It's just because people are criminal. Yeah, I wonder what people you're talking about when you think that way. When you picture those criminals, who are you picturing? Yeah, these are just things I think about, Johnson. It's just, stuff that goes through my mind all the time, man, because it's like our politicians can't figure it out, so they need Tim Black to step in, help them figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Help them come up with new solutions. That's one reason why we want to end mass incarceration. And guess what? Those people that are incarcerated, those people that are locked up for petty crimes and forced to work as cheap labor, those people will be doing what? Making money. And what would they do with the money, Johnson? Spend the money. What are they going to do? Hoard it all? Put it in their mattress? Now they're going to go buy stuff. They're going to buy a car, clothes. They're going to contribute to society and keep the wealth moving. That's what they're going to do, Johnson. And he's good. And he's spending money. And he's making money. And she's spending money. And she's making money. And she's buying services. And she's buying goods. And then the economy's booming. These are all very simple solutions. I figured it out. Now I got a public education public school education with some community college. And I can figure it out. You mean to tell me Joe Biden can't figure this shit out? You mean to tell me Nancy Pelosi can't figure it out? Donald Trump couldn't figure it out? Obama couldn't figure it out? Ronald Reagan couldn't figure it out? Nobody can figure it out, huh? Or they don't want to figure it out. Lakeith Stanfield, what about the hell you want to wear, man? I don't care about that shit. Cheap way to go viral. But that's the ecosystem. You do something outrageous, people talk about it, they make money, you make money, your name gets bigger, you get another job because you are relevant. People are talking about you. Someone makes video content or does a write-up on it. The magazine makes money. Someone talks about the magazine article, they make money. Someone gripes and goes, I'm offended. They go crazy about the shit. They make money. And this is a big circle of money being made. Meanwhile, we're still facing problems. But hey, we're distracted for a minute. We're worried about you. And guess what? Just like that, I hate to break it to y'all, but you brought it on yourself. Yeah, because you focus on Lakeith Stanfield's legs. That he was wearing a skirt that focused on the schools. That focused on the schools that your kids go to. Voting blue, anywho. The title of tonight's show is, I hate to break it to you, but you brought it on yourself. If you're surprised by Joe Biden, if you're disappointed by Joe Biden, that's your fault. Yeah, you can't be disappointed in somebody that you had an expectation, an unreal expectation, a disproportionate expectation, not based in reality. Joe Biden is the most transparent motherfucker. I mean, come on, Joe Biden, there are people that sneak up on you, we didn't know, it's one thing. Obama was one thing. We didn't know anything about him, okay? This guy didn't have a track record. See, that's the beauty of being new. All we knew is he went to a great school, Harvard. All we knew is he was white and black, mixed, black. All we knew was married to Michelle and had girl kids. He was a girl dad. All we knew is he worked as a community activist organizer. I worked as one of those. I felt like, I can relate to this guy. So did anybody else who worked as a community organizer when you found out that's what he did. Like, wow, interesting. He was up there with a bunch of old guys who never did shit community-wise. I mean, save for the late, great Mike Revelle, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But see, you had an excuse with Obama because you didn't know anything about him. He didn't really have a track record. There was nothing to knock except the fact he was lack of experience. That was the main knock, but you get no such passes with Joe Biden. The guy's got books. There are books written about his horribleness. There's footage. There's everything. There's all types of documentation. To not know about Joe Biden, it takes work to be that dumb. Like to not know about Joe Biden, you had to work at that shit. You had to put on blinders not to listen. You had to say, I'm gonna listen to what Joy Reid says. I'm not gonna listen to myself. I'm not going to listen to my eyes. I'm not going to listen to what's written. I'm not going to listen to the books. I'm not going to listen to his speeches on the Senate floor. No, I'm not going to listen to that. I'm going to listen to what this commentator says that I have to do. I have to listen to him. Because it was right there, man. I mean, come on. So if you are disappointed in Joe Biden right now, because I've been hearing a lot of people, I'm disappointed. That's on you, because that shit was obvious, Johnson. That shit was obvious. Obvious. Okay? Walk outside. You see the tires flat. Come outside, the car's gone. Obvious. Hey, where your car at? It was right there. It ain't there no more, bro. It's gone. So we're going to have to take the L. Take the L and accept that you overlooked all of the information that was right there. And also learn. Say, you know what? Hold accountable those people that lied to you. Hold them accountable. Hold them accountable. Because they do this every time. Folks, here's the thing. Every election is the most important election of our lifetime. Every election is the most important election of your lifetime. You know what's going to happen in 2024? Somebody going to say, this is the most important election of our lifetime. Ain't Malcolm Nance already saying that? He's 2 years early going, come on, sucker. This is the most important election of your lifetime. Getting it all geared up. You don't vote for me, you ain't black. I watched Oliver Stone's Ukraine on Fire. Anybody seen Oliver Stone's Ukraine on Fire? I saw it because it was recommended to me by Najee from New Jersey. Get up for my brother from New Jersey, yo. It was, people send me stuff all the time. Look, if you're going to send me something, do like Najee. Tell me why I should watch it. Don't DM me a link. I know what's on that link, Johnson. Oh, you don't know I'm the hardest working man in media, independent media? You don't know how hard I work? You think I just hit links people send me? I don't even know what I'm watching, Johnson? I don't know what that is. He said, look, Tim, I'm listening to the show. Check out this link about Ukraine. It's Oliver Stone, yo. It's like, oh, well, good time. So off and on today, I've been watching it. And I'm done. Hey, this was not out the blue. This shit with Russia and Ukraine is not out the blue. Yo, they've been beefing since beefing began, yo. They've been feuding like the Catfields and the McLeans or something. I always say them, but I always get the names wrong. The Hatfields, and the other ones. There's been beef this for 50 years, 60. There's been beef since the 40s. Beef since the 40s. Ukraine is also violent inside itself. It's a country with beef all in the country. Got Nazis over there. They got the West and the East and drama. Man, come on, Johnson. There's been a lot of white-on-white crime in that part of the world, too. No one reports it. I saw white guys burning down their Capitol. Going crazy. Look like January 6th. Yeah. Yeah. That's an insurrection. I saw them burn down the building with people in the building, Johnson. I saw real beef in Ukraine. They're like, no, this is not now. The movie by Oliver Stone is a couple years old. This is, what I'm telling you, what I saw was a couple years ago, and it shows you that this is not new. What's happening there is not new. People get murdered suspiciously. Poisoned suspiciously. Missing suspiciously. All types of suspicious murders, Johnson. The way they talk was like it was really calm. Everything was calm in Ukraine, and then all of a sudden this damn Putin shows up. And they talk like the NATO thing has nothing to do with it. Like, Ukraine is right there. Let me get this right. So, we was about to go to nuclear war with Cuba, right? Cuban Missile Crisis, the Cuban Missile Crisis, because Russia wanted to put missiles in Cuba. Cuba's not like that. Cuba is close, but not close. And we was about to end the world. We were about to end the planet. We were about to bomb us back to the Stone Age. Everybody, only roaches would survive. Because that's how disadvantageous it is to have an enemy on your doorstep. Or down the street from you, across the street. Ukraine ain't across the street, Johnson. If Cuba is across the street, Ukraine is in their living room. Yeah, Ukraine is in Russia's living room. I mean, it's right there, Johnson. It's right there. It's just beef, yo. Territory. Resources. We're going to see how people right now are being really nice, being really cool, being very, very supportive. But you know how Americans are. Gas prices stay high. It's certain goods that are not coming our way. You know that the Ukraine and Russia, big-time producers of wheat. So your wheat bread about to go through the roof, Johnson. Now, you white bread eaters, you probably okay, but the wheat bread eaters, you about to pay a price. Joe Biden says you better be prepared to pay a price. And you are about to pay a price, Johnson. And a lot of other goods and services are going to go up. Because you know that's what people are going to do? You know that's what companies going to do? Oh, God, we had to raise the price. Hold on, we just bought this from you. How are you up 20%? Oh, it's Ukraine, man. Ukraine. What's it got to do with cotton, man? Why is this cotton hoodie 20% high, man? Ukraine, nah, man, nah. The supply chain. They're going to throw that out at you. So watch the Oliver Stone documentary, Ukraine on Fire. Very interesting. Gives you context. Stop saying NATO has nothing to do with it. I'm not saying it has everything to do with it, but don't say it has nothing to do with it. It's like 13 countries in NATO. It's like a gang, Johnson. I know you would act like it's just a force for good. Yeah, if you in it, maybe. So it's like a protection bracket. You know? It's like under the protection, under the arm, get under the wing. It's a gang, okay? What else? I didn't know the president of Ukraine is Zelenskyy. Used to be a comedian. It's hilarious. And not an intellectual comedian like George Carlin. I know y'all hate Chappelle now, but I still love him. Or like Chappelle, a thinker. Nah, a guy who used to do skits and like Lakeith Stanfield. Dress up in formerly what's considered traditional women's apparel. And it was one skit I saw, he had his pants down, he was playing the piano with something that was not his fingers. Yeah, that's what he was doing. Yeah, they made that guy their president. The only country that stooped lower than America. Yeah, they went even lower than Trump. They went to, we over here elected a game show, talk show host, a reality show host. They elected a straight up comedian. Right on, it's like electing Trevor Noah. Nah, Trevor Noah wouldn't do shit he does. This guy was crazy. He doing song and dance routines and shit. Man, if America wasn't trying to use Ukraine, they would be laughing their asses off. No one's talking about it. Stephen Colbert ain't making fun of Zelenskyy. Jimmy Kimmel not making fun of Zelenskyy. Come on, man. Did you see the shit he did? Guys, I'm just trying to tell you. They all get a script of what they can talk about, what they can't talk about. This guy's a fucking joke. He's a joke. He's acting. He's an actor. Just like Trump was an actor. Just like Obama was an actor. Everybody's an actor. He's acting like a tough guy. He's acting like he's a tough guy. All right. All right. You know what's tough? The Ukrainian people standing outside in front of tanks. That's tough. Give it up for that shit. Give it up for that shit. I saw people outside with nothing in their hand except some skin on their hands. Standing in front of a tank, stopping the tank. A Russian tank. I saw Russian soldiers with guns and Ukrainians talking shit to them like, get off our street. I couldn't understand what they were saying. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That's one downside, because they talk in Ukrainian or something. So you don't know what they're saying. I mean, I don't know if I could believe the captions. But what I'm saying is, when I saw, I know what a tank looks like, and I know it looks like the Russian guys with the guns, they weren't being nice, and these people was like, no. They're blocking the tank with their bodies, yo. So, now that is courageous. That's courageous. That's what that is. That's real talk, okay? So, I saw that today. Does that mean I like what they're doing, what America's been doing with this? No. But you can recognize, that's one thing. People need to realize you can look at something, call out the bullshit, but recognize whatever. Like, you can do that. Like, very few things in this world are just cut and dry. Except reparations. That's very cut and dry. We work for free. We work for free for like generation upon generation upon generation upon generation. Could not obtain wealth. When we did finally build our own shit, white terrorists came and blew it up. They didn't go to jail. We didn't get to sue. Have a good life, Blackie. Be alive. Be happy you're still alive. When they dragged the pond and they retrieved Emmett Till's body, you know they found like 5 other black kids as well. Because that's where they dump black kids. They just dumped them like garbage. Not 1855, not 1922, 1955. They were like pulling kids out of the Tallahatchie River going, oh, that's not him. That's not him. He wasn't that tall. Oh, that's a girl. Well, that's not him either. Cut the check. So I give it up for the Ukrainian people that are standing tall like that. I also heard someone say, a Nigerian brother, I saw a post that he made. He's safely out. He's in Poland now. He's in Poland. He made a Facebook post. He said, we got treated well in Poland. They gave us room and board and food and lodging. Treated us well. The Ukrainian people treated us good too. It was the military and the police. Now that's what he said. That was his experience. I saw this one post I put up on Instagram where African brothers talking about how they didn't want him getting on the train because he was black, you know, had brown, dark skin. Yeah. He said, I understand children and women go first, then men, but they want to even put their animals before us. Dogs and cats first. Blacks last. They don't count black people as people. On the trains. Then I saw people in the comment section going, hey, I thought men couldn't leave Ukraine if they were under 60. No, students who are not Ukrainians, who don't have the same rights as Ukrainians, who go there to study, they didn't go there to join up for your war. That makes sense? Like, if you're not a citizen and you're there on studies in a war breakout, you go home. You don't stand and fight for a country you're not even a citizen of. Who the hell does that? What is wrong with you? No, seriously, what is wrong with you? Because he's black, you gonna say, oh, he's a coward, he's leaving because he won't say and fight the Russians? He's there on studies. You go somewhere to study and a war breaks out. What's that got to do with you? See, that's why I try not to read comments anymore, man. My friend Rob said, Tim, stop reading comments, man. I can't believe you still read comments. Are you crazy? What about your mental health, Tim Black? What's going on, man? Don't read the good ones or the bad ones. Don't read the good ones either. Get too high, read the bad ones, get too low. Don't read them. Just stop. Your people got your back. When people talk shit, don't worry, you ain't got to be there. Your people got your back. Let your people have your back. He said, I know you 6 years, brother. 7 years, 8 years. If you're messing up, I'll let you know. I love you. I'll let you know. These people know you 2 weeks and want to tell you how to do your job. No, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Let them go do what they do. Good point. Some people been talking smack, man. This is funny. Some people have been talking about Putin and say, yeah, Putin doesn't have a good army. The army hasn't done what they could do. Wasn't Putin just dropping the shit out of Syria? Like, wasn't weren't Russia, like, devastating parts of Syria? Am I tripping here? He's pulling punches in Ukraine. If Russia went all out, there'd be no more Ukraine. Is that what you want, there to be no more Ukraine? See, I was watching Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report with Amy Goodman. And they were saying how, well, it was like 3 professors were on it. 3 professors on Democracy Now!, they were saying how the Russian army is really pulling its punches. They're not really trying to devastate, destroy. Or they're not done all the infrastructure, all the bridges, all the hospitals, all the communications on day one. They just flattened Ukraine. They did not because, now this is a hypothesis, this is a theory. Some say Putin wants to convert these people. And if you kill too many Ukrainians, ain't nobody going to side with you. Because the Ukrainians will ride and die. Now, there were some Ukrainians that, if you watch the Oliver Stone joint, you'll find out that there are times when Ukrainians have sided with Russia and times they sided with others. They've kind of, for survival, they've had to go back and forth depending on who's in power. So there are some Ukrainians, before the invasion at least, wanted to be a part of Russia. So it gets very sketchy. But please stop talking about, oh, the Russians, they don't have firepower, they don't have this, they don't have that. They could destroy Ukraine. I don't want them to destroy Ukraine. You want them to destroy Ukraine to prove that you're right? No. No, I don't. I think, so people just, I don't know. I just thought I'd throw that out there because people are talking crazy. Like this is going on too long. How long did it take America to invade? I listened to one speech. I did a breakdown of Joe Biden's State of the Union address. I listened to one speech by Rashida Tlaib, her response from the Working Families Party. That's what it is. Good speech. Good speech. She had a lot of good notes in that speech. It's like she talked about all the shit Biden should have talked about. You know? Jobs, health care, ending qualified immunity, ending mass incarceration. You know, like stuff we care about. She even said, hold on to your seats. She said the word black. Yeah. Now, there was a lot of people of color, but she said at least one time, she said black. At least once. That's sort of like against the law if you're a Democrat. I want you to know, when you hear a Democrat saying black shit, They're taking a chance. They are throwing caution to the wind, Johnson. There's a whole bunch of people in their earpiece going, don't do it. Are you crazy? What are you doing? Tom Perez is somewhere, no, man, what are you doing? Come on now, come on. I know you ain't gonna. That's how Tom Perez talk. Sound like he smoked 5 packs a day. Oh, here goes one. Okay, so Black Lives Matter. Let's talk about this. Okay, so Patrisse Cullors. What's her position? I don't know her position. Robber. Artist formerly known as Prince. Okay, let me stop playing. Co-founder of Black Lives Matter, Patrisse Cullors, recently sat down for an interview with The Guardian where she talked about how upset she is that black people have been coming at her and calling her a thief, calling her a flip-flap artist, have turned their back on her and accused her based on information in a... Who wrote the article? I forget the name of the article. Someone did a story. It'll come to me. About a month ago, they wrote an article about Black Lives Matter, about the money. A couple people did videos, because, you know, they black, it's money. We can throw black people under the bus pretty much without recourse. And hey, it was a lot of money. We're talking about $90 million being raised. And look, I don't want to pile on Black Lives Matter. Easy target, okay? Especially with explanations like you have, Patrisse. Yeah, you can't say, like, look, we just were so successful, I wasn't prepared for it. I didn't know what I was doing. Hell! I don't do all that money. It was too much money. I didn't know what I was doing, man. I'm a good organizer. Leave me alone. Go easy on me. Now, that's things you say at the time. You say that shit at the time. You don't wait till later when articles come out and people are like, hey, where'd the $90 million go? And you go, hey, man, I'm not good with money, dog. I don't even know, Johnson. You know what I'm saying? I meant to tell y'all that I ain't really a good money management person. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't really my thing. I'm a grassroots organizer. And these white people just kept throwing money at us. And I was like, what? What? Okay, sure. And I put it everywhere I could put the money. And then we was putting it places and doing stuff with it. And I was just, and then I put some over here, put some, and put it in an initiative and did something. But that's not my strong suit. I'm not a manager. I'm not blue collar. I'm an activist. I've been an activist for 20 years. They got me, all of a sudden I blew up and I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? It was not intentional, Johnson. I respect that. I respect it. But it ain't good enough. I want it to be good enough, but it's not good enough. You gotta have better explanations for what happened with all that damn paper. People want to know because people are broke. You came up and people want to know what happened with the money. That's how it is. It's a double standard. I don't know what move.org makes, but yours says black in the name, so, you know, we want to know. I have no idea what the Me Too movement raised. I don't even think about what they raised. Never even crossed my mind, Johnson. I ain't trying to call you out. Somebody from the Me Too movement is going, man, shut up, man. Shut up, man. What we got to do with this? Leave us alone. And the people that wrote the articles about Black Lives Matter didn't ask either. People that did content on it didn't ask. Because when black people get on the seat, these are videos that are going to go viral. Because everyone likes to go after black people. It's an easy target. We blame the kids when they get shot by cops. We blame the kids. Tamir shouldn't have had that toy gun. He should know better. That's what we do. But I'm not going to carry water for her. I just want to point out America's corrupt as hell. You know America's corrupt as hell. People are throwing money. See, what you don't get is people threw money at Black Lives Matter, mostly corporations, just to make it look like they cared about black people. And they could get a write-off too, because she had that status. They had that status for the organization. So you could spend your money there, get a tax deduction, effectively pay hardly any tax, be able to say you put the money into this. Like, it's all these benefits from doing this. According to what I read, there's questions about houses she bought, properties that she purchased. She says, hey, I'm a speaker, I'm a writer, I'm a this, I'm a that. I got like 5 jobs. I work well for my family. I provide well for my family. No one's been able to show that she stole the money from the corporation, from the organization. But here's the thing, man. At least 2 or 3 times in the article, she said something about, I'm about to cry. I did not like hearing that. You don't get to cry, and people not ask you what happened with the money. So that's the problem I have. I also have a problem people piling on, like there's all these organizations that have money, and there are still people going, man, we got all these organizations out here sponging all black death. Why don't they working to clean up gang violence? Why aren't they working to do this? Why aren't they working on doing that? It's like we're saying, I can't believe there's still people saying that. Hey man, I'm not a member of the Black Lives Matter organization, but I know damn well the charter don't say nothing about gang violence. Like, if you don't know that an organization is founded under a concept of doing a certain work, in this article, she talks about what made her want to fight police injustice. Because of where she lived, there was a lot of cops kicking black people's ass. That's what got her started. People still saying, why don't you helping single moms? Why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? That's not what the organization's for. It's for helping the Democrats beat Republicans. Come on, that's really what it's for. Ain't that really what it's for? It's useful to a political party to have something, for as long as it was useful, to be able to point at Republicans and say, see, we helped the blacks. That's all it was, Johnson. That's all it was. That's all it was. You know how many great organizations they are that can't raise $1 million? Hell, they're great organizations that can't raise $100 grand. It's got nothing to do with great organizations. It has nothing to do with great values or great mission statements. It's got to do with what other people want to spend money on. There are organizations all across this country that fight to help with violence, black on black violence, if that's what you want to call it. I hate the term, because no one talks about Latino on Latino violence. It's just called peace. My brother's keeper. Stop the violence. I don't know. Because when you say black on black violence, it's almost like you make it seem pathological, like it's something wrong with black people. Other than being broke, I say there's very little. Other than being broke and being disenfranchised, and could build wealth in the cumulative effect of that generation upon generation. So, yeah, I would like to know what happened with the money just because it's a lot of money. But I kind of want to hold politicians to a more of account than this organization. If they only raised $1 million, would you still care? See, I think some people don't think that black people should be able to have that type of money at their disposal. It's not their personal money. It's like, my concerns are the other organizations within the organization that were saying they weren't receiving the funds. They weren't getting funded from the parent corporation, the parent foundation, BLM Global Network Foundation. That's where I have a problem. Because I don't know their books. I don't know what they did with the books. But please, for the love of God, stop saying, please, I thought we educated people enough where black people weren't saying shit like, why aren't they out doing this? Why aren't they out saving the whales? Why aren't they out in Chicago helping kids go to school? What? No, that's not the... Black Lives Matter was not built to do that. You would never go to the Diabetes Foundation and go, why aren't you helping people with gout? They people, they got sickness, help them too. Nah, because it's a gout organization. It's a rheumatoid arthritis organization. It's a cancer organization. All these are separate. They got separate charters. Stop doing the work of white supremacist assholes and racists for them. Stop doing it. Just stop. Stop helping them. Stop fucking helping them. Or either admit you're doing it because it's views in it, you're trying to make money off of it. Because you're a broke ass and you have no talent. So you have no other way for you to build a following, for you to blow up, for you to pay your bills, but to shit on black people. That's it. That's all you got. You know it's going to work. It works so well, doesn't it? Works so well. It's like a slot machine that always comes up with the cherries. So I'm not defending her. I'm just saying people realize when you're getting played. The Black Lives Matter organization would not be allowed to exist if it was as bad as you said it is. If you were right, if everyone was right, she'd be in jail. That's all I'm saying. Because, I don't know, black folks can't even get away with a $10,000 loan from the PPP loan. Real talk. Like, you think all these corporations will allow themselves to be hoodwinked by Patrice Corliss? And she not see the inside of a jail quickly? And if she's making, and if the organization made all this money, and she made all this money, if they made all this money, then you better believe somebody whacked a corporation, a number of corporations and other organizations made a whole lot of money off of them because that's the only way they allow that to exist. You can tell me what you want to tell me. Hey, I was born tonight. I wasn't born last night, and I know how shit works. I told you, I'm going to tell you again. Shaq is rich. The guy who hired him is wealthy. And you ain't asking him shit about his finances. Michael Jordan made a lot of money, didn't he? How much did Nike make? Yep, and that's how I see BLM. The foundation. Okay, that's how I see it. And all I'm saying is, let's not just stop at Patrice Corliss. Let's keep going. Start putting all the pieces together. Who really benefited off Black Lives Matter? Who really achieved something? Who really got paid? Keep going, Johnson. Be bold enough to keep going. Don't stop at the blacks. You know we don't run shit in America, so don't stop at the blacks. Come on, man. We own like 2% of media in this country. If white people didn't want Black Lives Matter to be a thing, it wouldn't be a fucking thing, Johnson. You don't know that? Oh, so now we don't know shit. Now Black Lives Matter control. You really think that? That's what you think. Black Lives Matter control this or control that. Bullshit. They were easily demonized because it was black, it had black in it. And you helped them. Because you, on the down low, you hate yourself almost as much as the white supremacists hate us. You right there with them. You are neck and neck. And sometimes you pass them up. And the white supremacists be like, damn, look at them. They're doing all the work for us. Those N-words really are doing the work for us. They're lazy until it comes to doing work for us. Gosh, look at them. No, I'm just asking questions because I want to know. I want to know what happened. Ask the Democratic Party what happened to all the money they raised. As Republicans will happen all the money they raise. How many organizations there are in this country? You know how many organizations supposed to be helping people in this country? You know, like one black would go, ha-ha, got him. Why? Just ask yourself why. Why is that shit important? Why is that important? Because black people not supposed to have money, Johnson. That's why it's important. That's why you want to know. You don't know what Roger Staubach or Joe Namath organization or I went to the store, I saw the Paul Newman dresses. I'm like, oh, Paul Newman, I think he made these dresses and gave them away. It's got like a foundation. I don't know shit about it. He's had it for like 40 years. I know he's passed away, but it's like he's had it for 40 years. Who knows what to do with that money? I have no idea. He could be making tanks for Russia. I don't know. He could be funding tanks in Russia. I have no idea. And I don't even ask. And I bet no one else asks either. Because Paul Newman ain't black. But if it was black Paul Newman, we know everything. We know what he had for breakfast this morning. We'll know where he lived at, what his girlfriend was, why he had a divorce. If he had an entanglement, we know everything. Because black people are not supposed to have money. That's the rule. And if you got money, it's a story. And there's got to be some corruption involved. There's got to be a Kwame Kilpatrick story in it somewhere there. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? Because you don't have a complexion for the protection from the collection, Johnson. That's what that is. I'm not saying being corrupt is okay. It's not okay. But if you're 13% of the population and all the corruption I hear, I'm just looking for videos about some corrupt organizations that are BLM. Just throw that look. I know I was covering discrimination in Elon Musk Corporation, in Tesla. People being called the N-word at work, and the HR doing nothing about it. They didn't cover those stories. I noticed no one covered it. I covered it. Why am I going to say no one covered it? Very few people that I recollect covered it. A little bit more successful than BLM Foundation. Yep, somehow that made your news. Weird. Weird stuff, man. Weird stuff. Some people they let their anger get the best of them. You know, oh, man, fuck that shit, black man. They're abusing us. They're taking money out of our community. But black people weren't giving to Black Lives Matter like that. I'm telling you, that's corporations. Black people don't have money like that. Black people don't have $90 million to give Black Lives Matter. That's not who was giving to them. Come on, man. That's white corporate money, white other organizations giving that money, man. That's who gave to that. Come on. Come on. And for a minute, it was shining a lot of light on a lot of situations. Doing what it was supposed to do about police brutality. Making that more known. And it became very well known. Problem is, you got shit politicians that don't take it seriously to help with real problems. That's it. We got vets dying on the street. White vets dying on the street. If you're disappointed, I'm disappointed you're disappointed. This is what the fight's been all about, Johnson. This whole time, this is why we've been fighting. This is why we get angry. This is why we do this show. This is why we need to organize. This is why we're trying to get the word out. Because of all of this shit. If America won't take care of its own white vets, I talked about this as well, guys. Cops kill themselves more than they get killed by criminals. So when I say we need police reform, it's also for police. They're unhappy as hell. They are killing themselves. They are committing suicide because the structure of policing, because policing is not a fun job. It's not a good job, okay? They are offing themselves. So when I say there needs to be police reform, It's not just about, it's all the way around. People want to keep jobs. I get that. But there's reforms that definitely need to be made. But what I'm saying is, by and large, our political parties is structured politically. The powers that be don't want that to happen either. They want them to continue to kill civilians, also to kill themselves. And we can't be surprised with other inequalities, other inequities, other travesties of justice, because this is the system that we live in. This capitalistic system is dog eat dog, man. The corporate structure, the United Corporations of America, the capitalistic parasitic nature of this country does not lend itself well to humanitarian efforts, to caring for one another, to putting people before profit. Doesn't lend itself to that. And racism is just a tool of capitalism. Makes getting the money easier. Down south, one of the biggest tricks, man, one of the biggest tricks was how the South was so diabolical, they used race in order to underpay white people. They're so stupid they went for it. Oh, you make more than the blacks? Yeah, still underpaid like shit. Paid 30% less than whites in the North. But as long as they were paid more than blacks, they felt good. Make more than this Negro. Racism is a great tool, a mechanism for capitalism. So those companies were able to keep more money in their pockets, more fatten their profit margins down south by employing dumb white people who didn't know they were getting screwed. And their lives would suck, so they still blame black people because their lives sucked. They could have just went up north and talked to a few people and found out, damn, your life sucks because you're underpaid, dumbass. Jethro. Cody. You're underpaid, Cody. We need them to cut the check. If someone needs to explain to me, how are we going to get them to cut the check if we don't have bodies and seats in Congress? How are we going to get them to cut the check if we don't have bodies and seats in Congress? If we don't have any political muscle? If you tell everybody don't vote, voting's pointless, how do we get laws passed? How do we get bills introduced? I'm going to have to invite Dr. Sandra Dirty back on the show. Because I want to have that conversation. Because there's too many people going, politics don't matter. And I'm like, well, how is this supposed to work? And look, educate me to this. How it's going to work, where we're going to get without using politics. I know it sounds good to say screw up. Hell, don't get me wrong, 50% of America don't vote now. And I get it. Okay? But I'm hearing people talk as if they don't think the political system has any place at all. And I'm like, is that if? And look, and actually, I don't know if you noticed that. I don't like politics. I cover politics because I have kids and I want change. And that's one way in order to get there. But I'm not in love with politics. Politics is sleazy. You don't know who's being real sometimes. Bunch of gotcha games, word salad bullshit. You ever talk to a politician that won't give you a straight answer? Hey man, what time is it? Well, it depends on where you are in the country, the world. There was a time I was asked about the time. Man, what time is it? Well, when I was an attorney general assistant, I was and a man's ability to earn. And if you give a man a fish, eat tonight. You give him a fishing rod. I'm gonna teach you what the fishing rod. What time is it? So it's like the word salad, the BS, I care a lot. I care so much. Get in office and who are you? Phone don't ring no more. Been there, experienced that. So I do it because it's a means to an end, just like you guys, I hope. You know, we try to achieve some shit. So we got to use the mechanisms. Support black business, yes. I say we have to do everything. Why we can't just live our lives in a way where we do everything? We fight. We fight through media. We support candidates. We vote. We use our dollars. I mean, we all live, so we could all use our dollars that way, right? We could hire more black folks and help them, you know, by hiring them if they do a good job, hire them again. If they don't, well, they need to do a better job. I just think it's not just one way that we help combat these issues. That's all I'm saying. So I'm open to multiple ways of us doing better, us working on these problems. Because I don't think just one way is going to get it solved. And when people say, Tim, hey man, politics is horrible, this and that. Hey, I don't even disagree with you. I just don't think I have an alternative. I don't think there's an alternative to politics. It's like you have no choice. You have to deal with that. What they say, if you're not in the room, if you ain't in the kitchen, you're on the menu. Something like that, right? So if you ain't in the kitchen cooking, you're on the menu. If you walk into the room and you don't know who the mark is, you're the mark. People walking in the room all the time, don't know shit. I wonder who's the patsy around here. Oh, another word you're not supposed to use, I guess. Sucker. Mark is a better word. Mark. Person about to be taken advantage of is a mark. Victim. Well, look, guys, that's all I really have. I'm just talking. I mean, I could keep talking, but maybe go to the comment section and see what other people are talking about besides me. I don't know if I'm making sense at all. Any sense at all, Johnson? Did I make any sense at all? Daddy P, what's up? Context Matters says, thanks for keeping it real, man. Thank you for keeping it real, man. The Famicom Network. What's up, fam? What's going on? Thank you, brother. Lana Dale. Love Dr. Sandy Dirty. Exactly. I got a couple interviews with him, and I got some shorter clips of our interviews as well. Definitely want to invite brother back, you know? Making more sense than I was last night. Nah, Will, you good, brother. You good. You on point. You good. It's, what's going on? Any other topics? Jim Clyburn should be put in a dark corner and never heard it from again. Told you so. How y'all like riding with Biden? Who the hell? Who, brother? William Martin. You on the wrong channel, bruh. No one here supports Biden. No. Even the people here that voted for him don't support him. They just did not want to vote for Trump. But they didn't vote for him because they love Joe Biden. There's no like, Joe Biden. You're on the wrong channel. You looked around and saw people and just said so. No, man, no. There's nothing here about Joe Biden that's like, yeah, Joe Biden. What reason? What reason? And Jim Clyburn, I talk about him so much, I had to give him a break because I can't continually beat up on Jim Clyburn. He ain't the only person in the way. I don't want to make him a project. You know what I'm saying? Because I've got like 15 videos on Jim Clyburn. And none of them are like, Jim Clyburn, great Cincy. Nah, it's me telling him what time it is. It's me criticizing him very harshly for his choices, for his, I'm the most progressive. Vote for Joe Biden. I know Joe, and Joe knows me, and we know Joe, and shut up. No, so I know you knew, man. So, hey, so it's good. It's okay. But you tripping, bro. Ain't nobody here bigging up Joe Biden. Ain't nobody here bigging up Jim Clyburn. People just come in and just, hey, I'm gonna say the wrongest thing possible. Hey, everybody, I'm new. I'm gonna say the wrongest shit imaginable and insult everyone because, I don't know where I am. Hi. Nah, man. Nah. You're in the wrong room. Jim Clyburn. How y'all like Jim Biden? How y'all like Joe Biden? How you like Joe Biden? If we had a choice, If we had a choice, we could make anybody be president. Anyone could be president. Who would be a good president? Real talk. If you could choose anybody to be president, who would you want that president to be? Real talk. I want to see some suggestions, Johnson. If you could choose just say we could choose a president. There's no, we're doing it. Don't think pragmatic. Don't think who can win. No. Who would you want to see as president? Who do you think would fight for you as president? Who would that person be? As I sit back and think about it, I have to go with Dr. Sandy Dirty. Yeah, I got to go with Dr. Sandy Dirty. I know. Yeah. I got a short list. Him or Dr. Cornel West. Like, I'm right in there with that. I'm right there. Who would you say? So I got Anita Turner in the house. Someone said Mr. West, Cornel West, Eddie Vedder. Eddie Vedder. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm glad you said that, Kev J. My man Craig said Paul Mooney, yo. Give it up for Craig, man. How you gonna be mad at a Paul Mooney suggestion? Someone said Dr. Claude Anderson. Okay, real talk. I've been trying to get Dr. Claude Anderson on the show. We finally got through to his people like a month ago, and they were like, he doesn't do interviews like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? So they turned us down. So I've been trying, we had been trying to get Dr. Claude Anderson on the show. Because sometimes people think, just go get this person, Tim. They act like it's easy, like everybody just can't wait. Oh, I'm going to go on that guy's show who's loud on the internet and not doesn't have a network behind him. Yeah, I can't wait to go on his show. Nah, man, people tell me that all the time. But for some reason, my viewers think I got pulled like that. Nah, I get some people, but there's been people I invited to turn me down. There's people that don't respond, or who respond, then don't respond, or all types of stuff. So, I want people to know, because Dr. Claude Anderson has been an often recommended person to bring on this show. And I didn't feel comfortable telling people, because I want them to think I'm throwing shade. But Dr. Claude Anderson's a busy guy. He got a lot going on. And that's no shade on him. Okay? But we tried. If you know him, try for us. But we tried, Johnson, okay? So give it up for Dr. Claude Anderson. Most Def. What? Most Def? Give it up for the unpredictable suggestion, yo. My man said Most Def. Who said that? Al-Hid said Most Def. Dr. Claude, too. Dr. Anderson's not in the best. That's Strawberry Quick. That's exactly it. I didn't even want to say it because that's his business. That's part of why I didn't want to say it, Strawberry. Feel me? But people ask me, and it's almost like they're accusing me of not wanting to bring them on because they don't know. People do that shit so much. It's so frustrating, Strawberry. They think they got an idea. They don't even know what they're asking. But they just assume you don't care. You think I don't want to talk to this person? Someone was like, Tim, you should bring you should have Dave Chappelle just come on your show. Clear this right up. Like, yeah, I'll get it right on that, Johnson. What about bullshit, man? Let me call this guy. Yo, Dave, what you doing, man? Come on the show, stop bullshit. Like, man, we can clear all this stuff up now, man. Just call up Dave Chappelle and tell him to come on the show. Walk, 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 walk. Walk, 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 walk. For real, dog. That's how you think shit work. For real. This is not CNN. I am not Don Lemon Johnson. I am not Zelina Maxwell. I am not Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, or none of those. I'm not David Letterman. No, I'm not Joe Rogan. I can't get people like that to come on the show. And I can't get them No, I get some people. I get great people. Dr. Bias came on the show. You know, the great Bill Duke came on the show. You know, Dr. Sandy Dirty, Dr. Elwood Watson, Dr. Derek Hamilton. You know, but I can't get everybody else. Dr. Cornel West. Everybody don't want to come on the show, man. Had great doctors, professors on the show. But I want people to know, if you got suggestions, but more look, the best thing is if you got connections. That's what I need. I need connections, Johnson. I got ideas. Yeah, just bring Kanye West on the show, Tim. Just go ahead and call him up. Just hurry up, man. Stop bullshit. Like, oh, okay. Yeah. I'll get right on that, Johnson. I'll have him here by the end of the week if that's okay with you. People be tripping, man. I can see Ice Cube. Ice Cube, they did respond, Johnson. But Dr. Derek Hamilton did respond. So Dr. Derek Hamilton came on. But Ice Cube, that's Roland's boy. A lot of these people, they like Roland. And me and Roland are not friends. He blocked me on Twitter long ago because I said he was carrying one for the Democrats. So that's how that works. But it is what it is. I don't know why, it is what it is. A couple people been like that. Killer Mike came on the show at one time, It was dope. T.I. would be good to bring on the show because he talks a lot. He got a lot of opinions. But anyway. Yeah, man. Dr. Dooley. Now now she's anyway. Next, Kenny Porter. Chuck D. That's a Roland Martin guy. A lot of these older folks really like Roland Martin. They really like Roland Martin, man. That's who they ride with. Then what about a radical like me? I might mess up the money. Like Chuck D, D.L. Hughley, Ice Cube, and they all like Roland. Because he's so, he's rolling. He's been with his CNN, He's, that's their guy. Maybe I could get the younger black folks. The younger movers and shakers, maybe they aren't so locked into Roland Martin. You know what I'm saying? Get Kevin Durant. Well, there you go. Now look, Kevin Durant. Now you know, we grew up in the same state, and I lived in Forestville, which is like 10 minutes from Seat Pleasant, where he was at. Capitol Heights. I lived in Capitol Heights. It's even closer to Seat Pleasant. So there's a little connection. Same thing with Dr. Bias. Dr. Lenise Bias, the mother of Lynn Bias, and Jay Bias, my brother. So, these are opportunities, possibilities. But anybody got connections to folks, let me know. Because believe me, we be trying, Johnson. We send out information. We send out contact information. We reach out. It's not as easy as people think. But I want to thank everybody who tunes in tonight to this show. That's what's up. I appreciate y'all. Tim Clyburn. Tim Clyburn for POTUS. Jesus Christ. Nah. My Jim Clyburn impression. Sophia Martinez. What? Sophia. All right, Sophia, you got to call in and give us some information about Joe Biden. You haven't done a Joe Biden rundown in quite some time, sister. What is going on? Where's your Joe Biden history moment? What's going on? So I'm looking forward to you, Sophia. If you are in town, if you're going to be at home Friday, to call in with a Sophia moment. Sophia Martinez, Joe Biden moment. With Sophia Martinez. Will independence ever escape? Sable, what's up, sister? Sable, you knew I knew that was you on the phone, right? I don't know. There's only one Sable Winters. Will the independents ever escape the basement? I don't know. I really don't. This country is so corrupt with their two-party system. They have pretty much locked us in. But there are more independents than there are Republicans and Democrats, right? So most people don't identify as either one. But you would think that there are more Democrats and more Republicans. No. The biggest group is not affiliated. Independent. But hey, that's part of the media narratives, right? That's part of it. We're so divided. No, we're not. Most of the country's not even Democrat or Republican. They just tell us that. We're not as divided as you think we are. And it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You keep telling people that they're divided. Then they become divided. Rashida Tlaib had a great statement in her response to the State of the Union address. And she said, we're not divided, we're disconnected. Oh, that sounded right. We ain't divided, we're disconnected. Divided was segregation. Divided, yeah. Separate bathrooms, that was divided, okay? Separate side of town. America's still segregated to a large extent, though. So let's not pretend that that's done away with. In fact, we may be even more segregated in other ways that are not so visible as the black and white sides. Other ways. But segregation is still a thing. But there was institutional separation perpetuated by states. So anyway, guys, that's it. Look tomorrow. I'm going to put out a video of my great calls that I had yesterday. I'm going to put that together. So if you say, well, I'm about to immortalize you, and I'm going to block out your name because you put your whole name in there. I'm going to take that out. That's it, guys. Tomorrow. Please visit the YouTube channel tomorrow for the show, for the content. If you cannot join the Tim Black Wolfpack, watch 3 videos. I don't know, tell 3 friends and watch 3 videos. But if you can't join, go to Join Tim Black TV, jointimblack.com, jointimblack.com. And that's it. That's all. Go to timblacktv.com, pick up a hoodie. I got some new gear there. We're going to be bringing that out. And that supports the show. Straight up and honest, it supports the show. That's all it does. That's all I got, guys. I love you. Nothing but love for you. Thank you. Marjorie said, I take Tariq for president. You mean the one on power? You mean Tariq on power, right? You mean Tariq Nasheed? We don't need no president roasting other countries, man. I'm just talking about Crispy. Man, they need to leave Crispy alone, man. Leave Crispy alone. That brother's hilarious, man. I respect Tariq. I respect Tariq, man. Farrakhan for president. Go ahead, Tim. Go ahead, Tim. Farrakhan ain't that stupid. He would never take that job. Farrakhan would never take that job, Johnson. He'd be like, hell no. Oh, no, my brother. Oh, no, my brother. Oh, I'm not going to fall for that. Oh, no, my brother. I'll never fall for the tricks. All right, now. Not Tariq Nasheed. Tim Black, cut the check. Cut the check. Cut the check. I'm out, guys. I love y'all. I'll see you soon. Cut the check. And don't let nobody take your cornbread. Wolf pack in the house. My people. People are owed reparations. Reparations now. All my Johnsons. Wolfpack. Big K.
Ayo, wait, hold up, pause, no debate, no applause. Tired of the wait, man, we need a revolution, but you came to debate. We be down for the cause. I be laid on a sauce, keep us down for the cause. Fuck up, round, get a public execution. Better wise up, hold up, fuck it, pause. Pause like Tim Black, overwhelmed, but I gotta get my wits jacked. We be preaching to the choir like a hymn track, but we gotta make a dent, get the rich back. Laying in the street, we got brothers that overdosing, trying to help the poor with their handicap and emotion. Both parties suck, take a minute and let it soak in. They don't give a fuck, they be locking you up for smoking. Both parties suck. Johnson, what they serving up is a lace concoction. Spit it in a face. Johnson, what the fuck you do with a snake when you boxing? Wanna fall in line with the face is an option. I'ma stand for mine, I'ma ride with my conscience. If you want the right, I'd advise you with caution. When they get the chance, sell you out like an auction. Fucked in like controlled opposition. Cunts on the boat and they roll their position. Top down, yeah, I'm sold on the mission. I ain't bring a coast, I'm searching for friction. Politicians faking these raps give me conniptions. They be out here serving their donuts like a religion. Calling out these blasphemous promises my addiction. They ain't got no soul, yeah, they sold it out for a pension. Wait, hold up, pause, no debate, no applause. Tired of the wait, man, we need a revolution, but you came to debate. We be down for the cause. I be laid on a sauce, keep us down for the cause. Fuck up, round, get a public execution. Better wise up, hold up, fuck it, pause. Ayo, time. Fuck conservative, run on McDonald. Clean, but you look and you sound like you off at the bottle. White boy dress for the follow. You can see through the grip, so you need to let off of the throttle. Shut the right, we beside let us have us a top. Be a man, we can walk through the basics. You ain't getting shot, just talking about race. Motherfucker, you get shot for being racist. Yo, say you spitting facts, you clearly be in your feelings. Quoting Ben Shapiro, what else the fuck you conceal? See, we didn't free the slaves, and you acting like we the same. Like we're signing effects, same thing, you fucking idiot. Right-wing frauds really made me belligerent. Educate America, overcoming the ignorance. Big homie black, show you bitches the difference. They also jobs and blaming it on the immigrants. Bro for initiative, hold the line with the wolf pack. Giving me a shot, I blew through him like I'm a fullback. Riding from inside the center, where your soul at. Can't distract blast, cause homie be full of bullcrap. ACAB, yeah, I'm bending the law. Your system is broke, if you need this and ours, need divine intervention. Need a fix by the gods, hold up, I'ma need to catch my breath. Pause. Wait, hold up, pause, no debate, no applause. Tired of the wait, man, we need a revolution, but you came to debate. We be down for the cause. I be laid on a sauce, keep us down for the cause. Fuck up, round, get a public execution. Better wise up, hold up, fuck it, pause.
Wolfpack.